Jim? Yeah, Tim, you gotta admit that Perry Logan knows how to begin a show. Oh, I don't know, I don't think we needed to see him shaving, but that jetpack thing is spectacular. You know, he used the jetpack motif in an earlier show. That's very interesting, Tim. This is another exhilarating Perry Logan show called Zombie Party. But it probably should be called Zombie Parties, because what Perry is saying is that both political parties are dead, in the sense that they represent nothing that the people want. On the contrary, they, in alliance with the corporations, seem out to fleece the Americans of what little wealth we have. No wonder our good friends, the Occupy Wall Street movement, are out on the street. It really is our only recourse other than voting for the progressive third party of choice, which everyone should do, if only for the endorphins involved. And now, a letter to the editor. Dear editor, I don't think Perry Logan, who is given to freaking out, should be allowed to wear a jetpack. He also wears the jetpack on the trampoline, which everybody knows is very dangerous. Now back to the show. I, an erstwhile Democrat, got a letter from the Democrats, and I say to myself, hey, who knew dead parties sent you letters? Apparently they don't know they're dead. So, I wrote a letter back to the Democratic Party, and I said, hey, you are the dead. Your party is dead. Not you, but your party is dead. That's what we're talking about. How tacky for the dead to send us letters begging for money. It is enough to raise the gorge. It is enough to make your gorge rise. That's what I was trying to say. It's just an inherently icky concept. But apparently it can happen with political parties. Check it out. They can be dead and not know it. I think most of you, if you're kind of like living in the time from which this show is emanating, well, you probably have felt this way, or perhaps intuitively felt this way, I think, is that, wait a minute, right now it's 2011 and already the most expensive presidential election and the selection of a candidate over on the Republican side is the most expensive, weird, gross, corporate moneyed election ever. A slug out, if you will, between two giants, the Democrats and the Republicans. You knew that's what I was talking about. They're fighting it out with like more corporate cash and unaccountable money than ever. This thanks to our friends on the Supreme Court. I'm for impeaching all the Supreme Court justices and then bloody prosecuting them and then throwing the book at them and then crushing them between bricks. Did I say crushing them between bricks? We will edit that out. Satire, Your Honor. Zombie buddies. The point being, this massive battle between these two giants is occurring without them knowing they are dead. They are zombies. They are dead. They are the living dead. So, this big, expensive, gross election that's going on between Obama, I'm sorry, did I say Obama? Between Obama, the worst Democrat ever. Obama is far more right-wing than I can get anybody to believe. Aww. Even though my persuasive powers are almost legendary, I cannot get people to believe that Obama is as right-wing as I think he is. Oh, sorry, I just felt like using the old jetpack, you know? I think it would be almost literally true to say Obama is a neocon posing as a centrist Democrat. Now, this is an idea that makes perfect sense to me. It has totally not caught on, despite my almost mystical persuasive powers. Based, no doubt, on the magic monster mouth, out of which this wisdom comes. My friends, there is nothing very tricky or complicated nor frightening, even though I, the monster mouth, am going to haunt your dreams for years now! One way of putting it is that Barack Obama is a neocon posing as a centrist Democrat. Now, sometimes folks say, hey, Obama's turned out to be like Bill Clinton. Now I say, hey, that's easy to disprove. If Obama were like Bill Clinton, i.e. a centrist Democrat, things would not be going down the toilet. Hey, are we going down the toilet? Is this kind of weird toilet sequence? Oh, tell me there's not going to be a toilet sequence. Hold your breath. Well, my friends, Perry would like to formally apologize in writing for this toilet sequence. But what the hell? It's the chance you take when you watch a Perry Logan show. Don't you see why the United States is going down the toilet? Almost literally, here on December 29th, 2011, Happy New Year? Well, one reason is that both parties are dead. Look at all these toilets.
Dear editor, why doesn't Perry ever document anything? For example, he makes the very righteous contention that the Democratic Party is dead or dying, despite the fact it's rolling in dough and making with a big election. For example, did you know women have been leaving the Democratic Party in droves precisely since Obama showed up? This proves Perry's point, but Perry keeps forgetting to document these things. Voter identification with the Democratic Party has decreased radically since Obama. The first voter response to Obama's election was the great shellacking of 2010. Now here's Perry.
I would like to thank whoever wrote that letter to the editor. People who are still identifying with the Democratic Party don't want to talk about the great shellacking of 2010. Yay! And that was, as you may recall, when the Democrats really took a beating. But it was not just a beating, it was like the worst bummer, political turnover. You know, it was a political turnover worse than anything like for many, many decades. It was like a big historical thing, and I'm calling it the Great Shellacking. That was a defeat. It was, I mean, I see no reason to see it as anything other than a reaction to Obama's first 2 years, right?
Dear editor, I object to this whole thing where Perry flips upside down and dances with a reflection of his feet. What up with that? But I must agree Perry has a legitimate point there. The great shellacking of 2010 not only has made all the difference in terms of the fortunes of progressive causes everywhere, it was our first taste of what the voters think of Obama's style of governing.
To be explicit, the Republican Party died with Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. Y'all remember Hurricane Katrina? This is my version of reality. That's what I'm giving you. That Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. Repeat after me.
Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
Come on, you can do it.
Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
Everybody! Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Feel it. Live it.
Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
Yeah, now you got it.
Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party.
Yeah. Focus. So, Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. They are now a zombie. They've been a zombie. Think like a zombie. Alive and capable of screwing things up, and they have a lot of money, but they're dead. They have no connection to the people, other than, you know, they're targeting us. In case you have not noticed this, conservative and Republican laws, policies, bills, and most of what they say almost literally target groups of Americans, target groups of their fellow citizens. They actually single out groups of their fellow Americans and then pass laws to try to screw things up for them. That's conservatism. That's what you call a zombie party. Oh, Republicans, we love you, but you're dead, 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 and dead. Everybody, solo. Okay, I'm more of a guitarist than a vocalist, okay? Sorry. It was getting tense, so I used my jetpack. Well, it is another, another thesis of mine that the Democratic Party did not get its back snapped like the Republicans with the revelation of Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, that they just didn't give a fig. Just didn't give a flying leap. You know, it was like not exactly a secret, but apparently the public had thought otherwise. Okay, never mind. Well, the Democrats too. This is my argument. It's like part of the whole Logan thing and part of this show. The Democrats are dead. Dead. And when did they die? Is there a defining moment? Why, yes, there is.
The Democratic Party died during the 2008 primaries when Obama's supporters started calling their fellow Democrats racists. The Democratic Party died right there. And now, Perry Logan and the Zombie Party band play That's When the Democrats Died Right There.
That's when the Democrats died right there! Say it! That's when the Democrats died right there! Say it better than I. That's when the Democrats died right there. That's when the Democrats died right there. Hi. Just reiterating that the Democratic Party died during the 2008 primaries when Obama's supporters started calling their fellow Democrats racists. What am I saying? It was their favorite trick. They thought it was effing brilliant. What can I frickin' say? I'm starting to swear. I'm going into one of my Terrarian moments when I start talking about mucus, puke, snot, sneezing, sweat, carbonular musculature, and link in your One moment while Perry settles down.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, number one.
Yes, this is number one. As number one, oh, shut up. Shut up. I love you, now shut up. As number one, I wanted to amplify on this Death of the Democrats theme. Hey, easy to see why the Repubs would be a zombie party. How could it be otherwise after Katrina? Remember, Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. A joyful silver lining to that horrible catastrophe. Now I know Perry said back there that the Democratic Party died during the primaries in 2008 when the favorite tactic of the Obamacrats, the Obots, the Obama supporters, was to call their fellow Democrats racist. That's right. Oh, and here's the punchline. They thought that was brilliant. Obama had a huge list of people who were devoted to him, good people. Okay, maybe not the brightest. Kidding. Obama fooled the world, okay, you know. He didn't fool me, and there are many he didn't fool, but he fooled, you know, virtually the whole world. They gave him a Nobel Prize, thus screwing the pooch on the Nobel Prize. Thank you, that was me and the band playing Screwing the Pooch on the Nobel Prize. Thank you, Obama. There are great people who are receiving this prize, okay? Great people receiving the Nobel Prize. Obama is just the exception. All right, but that is proof that he fooled the whole world, so I can't get too much into how dumb people who voted for Obama are. Or, wow, what a screw up. You see, now if you voted for this guy, you bloody helped put a freaking neocon in the White House. And yet I forgive you. I said, no. We really do have to get the word out to people that they can't support either political party in any way. They shouldn't give them any money. You don't send money to a zombie, do you? Well, of course you don't. Ha! That'll show you. I destroyed my fake cell phone with a fake bullet. If you must use a cell phone, please get a headset. Hey, don't be challenged. If you must use a cell phone, you must be aware they're kind of frying your brain right about there. And I, Perry Logan, love you, and I don't want to spend the next 20 years taking care of you people. Get a headset, okay? Hey, get the word out to your friends, oh hell, to your enemies. The word is, you see, that both parties are dead. As I try to make perfectly clear in this show, the Repubs died with Katrina. Katrina broke the back of the Republican Party. A Perry Logan apothegm forsooth. Democrats died or began to die when those ever-loving Obama supporters started calling their fellow Democrats racists in order to win a primary.
Dear editor, what is the point of these wonderful psychedelic moments in the Perry Logan Show when a voiceover explains the whole nature of reality to us? Doesn't Perry understand? People cannot possibly understand a single word he says while we're seeing all this incredible stuff and listening to all that weird noise that Perry regards as music.
My friends, we must all tell our Democratic and Republican friends their party is dead. More specifically, their parties are zombies, still very active, but they can do nothing but hurt the nation. By now, it has become clear that Barack Obama has systematically removed one reason after another for ever voting Democrat again. And now, Perry Logan, accompanied by the Zombie Party Band, sings Never Vote Democratic Again. That's right. Vote for the progressive third party of your choice, if only for the endorphins involved, if only to get those old endorphins going. As one who has voted third party and voted Democratic, I can tell you it's the difference between day and night. Never voting Democratic again. We mustn't support these corrupt institutions, would be a shockingly earthbound way of putting it, okay? Lay aside your jetpacks and your drugs and go with me on this. We must stop supporting the two major parties. It goes beyond, you know, like we need to vote for the Democrat to keep a Republican from getting in. Now, I hear that, okay? I feel that. That would be easily the most potent argument. But I regret to say, Barack Obama is like, you know my theory, he's like a neocon. Well, in support of this theory, I would point out this, the stats on Obama are not looking that good, you know. Lots of poverty, lots of white-collar crime, like a white-collar crime tsunami, based on the fact that he didn't prosecute anyone. So the people who committed all the crimes that caused the economic implosion, to say nothing of Bush Cheney and their little war crime problem, and all these people have walked, you see. In my opinion, Dick Cheney should be in jail. You know, in a nice jail, a comfy little nook, if you will, for war crimes and for instituting torture and making... Obama's decided to let these people walk. This is like one of the problems of our time, is that there is no law for the upper classes and for the people in power, no matter what they do. And I see Obama's part of this, you see. He needed to prosecute. He really didn't have the option. It really wasn't for Obama to say, I'm not interested in prosecuting war crimes. No, no, no. You must be interested in prosecuting war crimes. I don't care how badly you want to get elected again. So that's the long and the short of the Obama story. Let's face it. To vote Democratic today is to be filled with angst and dismay. Aww. Can you say angst and dismay? And that's why we're singing the blues. That's why there was a great shellacking and all this kind of stuff. And here's Perry and the band to sing. To vote Democratic is to feel angst and dismay. Everybody knows that. To vote Democratic is to feel angst and dismay. A very, very bad year, 2011, which is now just coughing out its last. A grim year in many, many respects. And in my opinion, where you should damn well have noticed, Obama's a neocon, and that's why things are going down the tubes. As I like to say, that's why things are going... Sometimes people like me to do that, okay? It just makes them feel better to say. One reason we're going down the tubes, you see, it was because Obama has systematically removed every reason for ever voting Democratic again. Don't give these people money. You would not give money to zombies or like feed zombies. Tell me you would not feed real zombies if there were real zombies. Okay, no more money for the Democrats or Republicans. We love these people, but we've just got to start herding them into camps and deprogramming them forcibly. Joke, joke, satire, joke. I plead satire, Your Honor.
Dear editor, I don't understand the way the Perry Logan show always ends. What does the phrase Logan End Time Terminus mean? And what is the meaning of that little